Police in major U.S. cities are on alert this morning after Friday's deadly massacre in France. The Paris attacks are raising new questions about security here. Security was increased this weekend at a number of events. Jeff Pegues is at the French Embassy in Washington with the challenges of keeping Americans safe at home. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning. Here at the French Embassy, the Secret Service is part of the added security here, and there has been boosted security at key locations around Washington and in other big cities across the nation, including New York and Boston, where law enforcement officials are paying especially close attention to train stations, airports, and stadiums. Football fans nationwide were surrounded by heightened security on Sunday. The NFL enlisted additional police and bomb-sniffing dogs to watch the massive crowds as 12 games kicked off around the country.
I saw a helicopter in the sky. I see the dog over here sniffing around.
Federal officials say there is no specific or credible threat against the U.S., but that the French attacks have exposed new potential vulnerabilities. New York City Police Commissioner Bill Bratton says first responders need the public's help more than ever.
We can protect the larger venues, if you will, but the soft targets, we're going to have to rely very heavily on public awareness, as we always try to do. See something, say something.
Mohammed Fraser Rahim, a former counterterrorism analyst, says the Paris attacks show ISIS has evolved and adapted to spread terror to the West. What does that tell you about ISIS?
Their external operations is robust. They have learned from their previous extremist organizations like Al-Qaeda. They have adapted. They have learned from the mistakes of the past.
Over the weekend, the FBI ordered agents to step up surveillance of potential ISIS sympathizers. Former Assistant FBI Director Ron Hosko says ISIS's call for lone wolf attacks makes soft targets in the U.S. particularly vulnerable.
Soft targets are everywhere. Church on Sunday morning in any community. Do we have systems, people, networks in place to try to defeat it, to understand it? We do. But they're not impenetrable.
The targets the Paris attackers chose reinforces that point. One of the suicide bombers forcing the French president to flee. Here at the French Embassy, there is a growing memorial for those who could not escape the assault. Charlie?
Thanks, Jeff.